Most people's memories of camping usually involve sleeping in a small tent on the cold, wet ground. But this week, GMC had something special in store for us with glamping. The 2014 GMC Sierra is an important part of the glamping experience, because without the Sierra, we would not have been able to tow this 23-foot Airstream trailer from Los Angeles all the way here to Ocean Mesa RV Park. The 2014 GMC Sierra has been completely redesigned from the ground up, and it's a critical part of GMC's strategy moving forward. GMC has made some nice styling updates to the 2014 Sierra. What you'll notice right away is just how buff and muscular the truck looks, thanks to all the ridges, hard angles, and flares along the fenders, the hood, even the larger grille, which is reminiscent of several styling cues from GMC's past pickup truck efforts. Overall, it's a look that says work truck and classy at the same time, which is a nice combination for buyers who need a daily driver that they can also take to the job site. Under the hood, there are a lot of improvements too. We've got the 4.3-liter V6, the 5.3-liter V8, and the 6.2-liter V8. All of which sound very familiar to GMC fans. In reality, these engines have been dramatically redesigned with variable valve timing, direct fuel injection, and cylinder deactivation technology, even on the V6, contributing to what GMC calls best-in-class fuel economy for the 6-cylinder and the 5.3-liter V8. Another thing that would be familiar to fans of the GMC Sierra is the Z71 off-road package, which makes another appearance for 2014. The Z71 package upgrades the vehicle's suspension and gives it a lot more capability when it comes time to take care of the rough stuff. GMC has also made some practical changes to the 2014 Sierra's styling. You'll notice that the back bumper has an integrated step that makes it much easier to climb up inside and get at your cargo. There's one on each side of the bumper, and that's not all. There's also this slow-release tailgate, which will eliminate banging and other unpleasantness when you're accessing your cargo. Plus, inside the box are a series of lights that will illuminate the cargo area from all angles, making it easier to check on your load when darkness falls. Let's go take it for a spin. One of the nice things about the 2014 GMC Sierra is the interior, which has been significantly upgraded compared to the previous model year. This is an SLT trim truck, which means you get really handsome fabrics, nice stitching on the dash, there's leather everywhere, the seats are comfortable, the steering wheel is heated and wrapped in leather, and it just has a premium feel, which is so important for GMC because the company is trying very hard to differentiate the Sierra from the Silverado, which is based on the same platform. And I think that with the 2014 model, they've achieved that goal. We're also going to be getting a new version of the Denali, the GMC Sierra Denali. It won't just be the biggest engine with all-wheel drive like it has been in the past and some luxury features. It's going to keep the unique styling, but it's also going to be available with the mid-range V8. It's going to be more accessible for people who are looking for luxury but don't necessarily need performance. You know, maybe they're looking for a daily driver truck. So GMC is hoping to get more sales as a result of broadening the Denali range. One of the only things that I find a bit overwhelming about the truck is there's actually 6 gauges on the dash. When you first step in and take a quick look at your dash, you've got the speedometer, the tachometer, and then you have this array of gauges. I know it's unusual for an automotive journalist to complain about too many gauges in a vehicle, and I'm not necessarily complaining, but I am saying that there are quite a few, and it's a little bit much to process all at once. The one thing that I do like a lot about the dash is the LCD screen that's directly in front of the driver, and that's linked to the MyLink system, GMC MyLink. It incorporates your Bluetooth for your mobile phone, your infotainment, and your navigation. So it's all in one touchscreen interface with a few hard buttons underneath that make it much easier to use. It's fairly intuitive. There are a few things about it that take some getting used to, but it's a good effort. Compared to some other premium brands and much more expensive automobiles, MyLink is a clear winner. It's just easy to use, and that's something that is not often associated with these types of interfaces. The thing I like the most about MyLink is that the screen directly in front of the driver is controlled using buttons on the steering wheel. Now, you might have heard of another system that uses steering wheel mounted buttons called My Ford Touch. Unfortunately, My Ford Touch buttons, the way they're angled, is just extremely difficult to use. I'm constantly making errors on the menus, and it's, to me, the biggest detriment to that system. GMC has stepped up and just given me a flat rubber controller, up, down, left, right, and I have absolutely no problem using the system. And that's something that really impresses me, and it's a straightforward approach that more automakers should adopt. Something else that I like about the GMC Sierra is the way it drives. I mean, it's still obviously a truck. It's not a sports car, but it has an almost sedan-like ride on the highway just in terms of comfort. And I had the chance to take it on some twistier roads earlier today, and it handled the curbs with absolutely no problem. The new frame is fully boxed. It's still strong. I mean, GM is claiming best-in-class towing, 11,500 pounds for the top-tier truck, and it's nicely contrasted, that level of capability, with an interior that's this refined, a ride that's this comfortable, and honestly, the passenger compartment is huge. Not only do you have enormous amounts of storage, this center console, you can probably fit a couple of encyclopedias in there. Not only that, but the cup holder lifts completely out. There's another bin here, there's a bin here, there's a place to hold cell phones and other documents here, keep everything organized. So for someone who's working on a job site, that's extremely convenient. But when it's time to go home at the end of the day, do you want to take someone out for dinner, there's 3 seats in the rear, tons of passenger space, legroom, shoulder room is excellent, and you have the comfort that no one's going to be complaining that they're riding around in a pickup truck. And that's something else that's important for GMC's image, and something else that sets them apart from the Silverado, just that overall level of refinement. As part of our glamping experience, GMC had us tow those Airstream trailers that we saw earlier from LA to Santa Barbara. Those trailers weigh about 5,000 pounds and they're over 20 feet long. And during the entire drive, the truck had no problems whatsoever with the hauling. It's well within the parameters of this 5.3 liter pickup. We have an electronic stability control system, which has an anti-trailer sway control. We have trailer brakes that we can modulate from inside the cabin. And we put the trailer through a bunch of tests with the trailer attached to the truck. We zigzagged, we did panic stops, we did emergency lane changes, and the truck came out according to spec each and every time. One of their bugaboos has been separating the Sierra from the Silverado, and I think that for 2014, when you look at the interior, the comfort of the suspension, and just the quality of the materials that are used, and the way everything is integrated, it's definitely more of a premium feel than in years past, and that's going to be something that's going to help them move more trucks. GMC is a very, very important division for GM. This truck stays comfortable even when you're towing, so if you have a big boat, if you have a trailer of your own for camping, or for hauling your race car around, the Sierra can get the job done and leave you feeling fresh as a daisy at the end of the day.
You're trying to do burnouts?
No, I was actually I did a burnout with the truck while it was attached to the trailer because they had us do like a 30 mile per hour, accelerate hard, then brake hard.
Oh, with the thing in the
Yeah,
back?
and like I did it on the airfield,